Welcome back to the channel. My name's Magespawn and I review games after achieving the Platinum Trophy. Today I'll be taking a look at Life is Strange 2. Life is Strange 2 is an episodic adventure game similar to the Telltale games if you are familiar with them. It has 5 episodes and each one is roughly 2 hours long. It has a stylized art style, kind of cel-shaded, but not really. It's hard to describe, but the game has certain moments that the art is truly breathtaking. The trophy list for Life is Strange 2 is pretty straightforward. PSN Profiles rates it a 2 out of 10 difficulty with a 13-hour completion. I finished it in just over 10, but I could easily see how you could spend a few more hours exploring this game. There are 3 main types of trophies, one for completing each episode, one's for doing a drawing in each episode, and finally collectibles. There are 6 collectibles you need to find in each episode. You can go back and redo an episode with the ability to skip cutscenes once you've finished the game, just in case you miss any. For me, I followed the collectible guide in the PSN Profiles Trophy Guide. It was very light on spoilers and very easy to follow. Overall, it's a great trophy list. There are no difficulty options in the game. However, I would say that the difficulty often comes in the choices you have to make and not the actual gameplay. The puzzles, and I use that word puzzles very lightly, are all pretty simple, and a lot of these puzzle type moments involve mundane tasks like making coffee or finding food. As I said, the real difficulty is the dialogue choices you make and the decisions that will shape the adventure going forward. The story in these type of games is hugely important. The majority of the game is like watching a movie or a TV show. You just get to make decisions every now and then. I have played the 2 previous Life is Strange games and the first one had a really good story that had me hooked. But the second game was a prequel to the first and I am not a huge fan of prequels. So saying that, I was a little worried about this game's story going into it, but I was hooked from the very beginning. I am a sucker for superhero stuff. There will be mild spoilers here, so beware. You play as Sean and the game starts off with a tragedy and you finding out your little brother has telekinetic superpowers. You and your brother Daniel become fugitives and are on the run from the police. The game is basically a fugitive road journey with some great side characters, both wanting to help you or hurt you. I found the story to be engaging throughout, and even though I found the little brother to be an annoying little shit most of the time, it didn't take away from the story. The ending was very powerful and left me wondering if I had made the right choices throughout my playthrough. The majority of the game is watching cutscenes, but when you do have control of Sean, it is from a third-person perspective. The majority of the gameplay is solving little tasks such as training Daniel to use his powers or cleaning up the house. Other times you need to make choices that can affect the rest of the game, and some of these choices will shape your little brother going forward and affect his choices also. You can also ask Daniel to use his power. If something is blocking you, you can ask him to move it, for instance. Or if you're getting attacked, you can try and solve the problem or ask Daniel to take care of it. These gameplay choices turn it from a bunch of cutscenes to an actual game you shape. There was one gameplay portion I really hated early on, but once I worked it out, it wasn't that bad at all. You can take time to do a drawing every now and then. You need to do one in each episode for a trophy. It doesn't explain anything about this process, but the way it seemed to work was you would concentrate on something, then look at your sketchbook and draw a line, then sketch a line, etc., and repeat this for 10 minutes. It was very tedious. However, this isn't how it's meant to work. Once you're looking at your sketchpad, you can just spin the stick around in circles and you will draw super fast. That turned a really boring experience into something that takes seconds. The gameplay in Life is Strange 2 won't be for everyone. If you don't like solving puzzles or watching cutscenes, you really won't enjoy this game. For the positives, the story was really well done and all of the characters were interesting and I could understand their motivations, be it for good or evil. The art of the game is beautiful and I am really looking forward to playing the next game to see how the visuals have improved again. The acting was really well done and the performances really pulled you into the story. The ending in these type of games I think are really important and I really like the ending of this one. Now for the negatives. As I said, I really didn't like the little brother till right at the end. Maybe that was the intention of the writers though, I'm not sure. When you finish an episode, it gives you a list of the choices you made and the percentage of people that also made those choices. But it also shows you the choices you didn't make. Some of these were not obvious and seeing options that I would 100% have picked be available, but options on the screen not showing that was really annoying. To explain this better, these aren't options, but let's give an example. So on screen you would have an option to help do the dishes or not help do the dishes. I would want to teach my little brother to help people, so I would pick to help do the dishes. But then, at the end, it would show that if I had picked not to do the dishes, my little brother would have learned how to make nuclear weapons. This is an exaggeration, but you get the point, I hope. I enjoyed Life is Strange 2 for the most part, and it's a pretty short game. And because it's episodic, I knew I could just carve out 2 hours and play an episode. The story had good pacing and I was really invested in getting these two bros to safety. I would love a second game picking up where this one left off. I played this on PS Plus, so in regards to price, PS Plus cost me £13 a month. I planned on playing 2 of the monthly games and this is the second PS Plus game I played this month. So 13 divided by 4 is £3.25. That's good value for this game. If you like adventure games or a fan of any of the Telltale games, I would highly recommend this. Also, you don't need to play any of the other Life is Strange games to enjoy this. There is a couple of locations and characters that overlap, but nothing major. If you have PS Plus, this is definitely a game I would recommend. It's easily worth the 10 hours it would take to complete, and it has a great trophy list to go with it. Thanks for watching, and seeing as you made it all the way to the end, if you'd like to see future content from me, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next one.